Right, let's do the Champions League managers. The main topic for today is our top 5 Champions League managers. We'll start off with Ash. Actually, we usually start off with Ash, so we'll keep the train going.
Are we doing 5th?
We'll do, I reckon, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and obviously the top one. I think there'll be a lot of the ones that are the same.
Can I just caveat to start with, like I normally do? My list is very controversial.
Okay, brilliant.
That's not like you
caveat.
built.
That's got a caveat.
Have you just got 30 on there and Katie's picking numbers again?
Neil Warnock.
What am I looking at on there?
I told you it's controversial.
Oh, Jesus. Right, go on, Ash, kick us off.
So 5th, I've gone for Jupp Heynckes. Do you remember him?
Nope.
Never heard of him.
Bayern Munich.
Yes, Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. Won it twice, ended Real Madrid's 32-year wait for a title. Can you believe that?
Really?
Yeah. So he won it in 98 with Madrid. And then he won it again, which is the only time I remember him winning it, with Bayern in 2013.
Yeah, I remember that.
Was
and
he
that-
small geezer with...
He was an old.
Great.
Did he?
Yeah,
He was an old
Did he
small-
win
yeah.
it against Dortmund?
I do know he
He
is.
won it.
Do know he is.
Possibly.
Was the
When
final
he
against
won
Dortmund?
No, that was Pep against Klopp, wasn't it?
No, Pep
Bayern,
never won it at
Bayern.
Bayern Munich.
No, he didn't.
No.
No, it wasn't Pep against Klopp. Who was the Bayern Munich guy? It was Klopp. Was
Was it
Dortmund, wasn't
Ancelotti? Was that- No, it wasn't.
I think it might have been him.
It was the rivalry, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Well, Jupp Heynckes won it.
Jeffrey Schlupp or whatever.
And
his
it was the
name
first time that, and it's another crazy one, because like Madrid ending 32 years is a crazy stat that they don't win the Champions League. He also was the first time that Bayern had done the treble.
is. Oh,
so
wow.
Ever in their history?
Yeah, so this one guy has done both of those stats.
Is he still alive?
Jupp Heynckes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You could.
but he's
swear-
not managing.
What does he do? Is
I don't know.
oh,
Well, he's sat at home with his 2
Probably on
medals
the
around
beach,
his
isn't
neck.
I asked him that like he keeps
Sorry,
up
hold
with
on.
it.
So he set the pathway for the Real Madrid Champions League dynasty.
Oh no,
And he set
no,
the
another
pathway-
manager on my list set the pathway for that.
And okay, fine, we'll stop then.
But he did end that way, which I think he's worthy of being in the top
I'd
5
like to go.
shortlist.
I'd like
shout.
to go last on this one. So Tom
Okay.
or Bill, do you want to go for your 5th place?
Go on, Tom.
Oh, I was and ahhing on 5th.
You're
just gonna make
making
this
it
up on the spot?
Yeah.
Do you not have 5?
No,
You
I'll
have
say
4.
I was torn between Pep or Benitez, but I think just for the fact that Pep's bought his way, there will go Benitez number 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Fine.
Just for the
Just
Istanbul.
in 2005.
Yeah, okay.
And 2008? Did they get
No.
no, 2006. They were the next year, wasn't it? The next year they got to the final again. And
Liverpool
lost to
did.
Milan. Yeah.
I
They
didn't
had to
know.
repeat
Yeah,
the final. Milan
he's
won.
only won it the once, hasn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Bill,
I've gone David O'Leary,
go on. The Leeds manager.
Leeds manager. Yeah, right. You know,
5th best
sometimes-
ever. 5th best ever.
Fifth best ever.
Yeah.
Fifth best ever. Right. He only had one season in the Champions League with Leeds. I mean, I did happen to go to every game, but what he did with that team and the football that Leeds United played that year to get to a semi-finals from an English team with the squad he had, I'm really stretching trying to prove this one. For me, just
We're not
an
biased,
absolute-
eh?
For me, just an absolute legend. David Lee's the 5th best. I was going to put him higher.
So I
but thought
assume you've
can't
got
put him-
like
can't put him.
Mourinho at number 1, because if he did it with Porto, who had the worst team,
Mourinho's
Leeds
not on my
at 10.
list.
Ah,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah, it's a controversial
Jay,
list.
really?
Controversial
David
list.
O'Leary.
Controversial list. David Lee just pips Mourinho.
Oh yeah,
I think.
of course,
That-
Viduka, Huckabee, Smith.
For Champions
that
League
is
football.
Champions
It's
League.
a very well-known debate, that.
Well, yes, the
David
age old.
O'Leary
I don't want to
or
kind of. I don't
O'Leary.
want to trod on the age old debate again. But I'm going to go. I'm O'Leary man over Mourinho. In the
No Mourinho,
Let us know in the
baby.
comments which one you think you are. David Leary 5th.
So I've gone. My 5 is obviously managers that I've seen. So I'm not going to go with any managers before my time. First of all, just to let you all know. So in 5th,
Is
I've
David
gone,
Leary before your time?
No. What was it? Early 2000s. I'd have been
Yeah.
2 or 3.
So yes.
In 5th, I've gone Roberto Di Matteo.
I mean, that's poor.
Let me explain.
Yeah, that's as good as David
Let me
O'Leary.
explain. Let me explain.
He was so lucky
Let
that
me-
time.
No, he was not.
He was very lucky that
No, he
season.
was not. He came in as caretaker manager, right, after Andres Villas-Boas left. I'm sure he won the FA Cup in the same year
I think
as well.
he did.
So he won the FA Cup, the Champions League. They went and beat the best Barcelona team ever, the best probably team ever.
With 10 men.
With 10 men. John
With
Terry
10
got
men.
sent off in the 27th minute.
Yep.
Fernando Torres went and scored that one where he went round the
Yep.
goalkeeper. Ramirez scored a chipped goal.
Ramirez scored the chip.
Not only
Yes.
that, but they
That
were-
was incredible.
Not only that, but they were 3-1 down to Napoli in the quarterfinals in the first leg. They then went to Napoli and won 4-1, which meant that they carried on through to the final.
That Napoli
Then-
team was a good team
exactly.
as well. That was like Lavezzi
and then in the
Cavani.
final,
Yeah.
in the final, they went and They went and beat an unbelievable Bayern Munich team with Drogba's header.
Wasn't
in
it
the
in
last
Munich
minute.
as well?
In Munich,
Yeah.
last minute, won on penalties. I think 5th for Roberto Di Matteo is not terrible.
Oh, you've defended that
Thank
very
you.
well.
That was
you.
good.
Thank
Very
you.
well. Was he
David O'Leary.
caretaker?
I didn't realise he
Caretaker
was in
manager.
charge.
Was he
for that.
caretaker throughout the whole run?
After Villas-Boas went, he was just caretaker.
So
manager.
he won it as a caretaker manager?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I
when he
like
went
it.
up
He won
to
the FA Cup and the Champions
like
League
it.
as a caretaker manager.
Wow.
He went up
he's a
to
legend.
Abramovich at
Exactly.
the end and went, I've won it.
Yeah. And he was just so likeable.
He is likeable.
So
And then he got
yeah,
sacked.
that's why I put him in 5th, because I remember that.
I loved him as a player. I know, but do you remember as a player? Is it before your time?
No, not really.
I loved him as a player because this was the first time like foreign players were kind of coming into the Premier League, and Chelsea had a few foreign players, and yeah, he was just great, good player, and he scored the fastest ever FA Cup final goal as well.
Did he?
After like 15-20 seconds.
Is that still a fact, or
I
is
think
the
so.
Gundogan?
Oh, the Gundogan.
outscoring?
Oh, it
Be
might
close
be
that,
close.
won't it?
It might be close.
So
So yeah, he's won it as a player, and he's won it as a manager
Yeah.
for Chelsea.
And
I think good shout.
thank
It's
you.
good
Thank
that
you
we're
very
all
much.
different.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
4th then, Ash.
4th, I've gone Fergie.
Yeah.
2-time winner. Most
It's
games.
not in mine.
Most games of any manager ever in the Champions League.
Fergie or Mourinho.
Created 2 completely different teams to win the Champions League as well. So it wasn't like
Yeah.
he'd just
He
done
was
back-to-back
able
or
to
anything.
adapt, and he built them both from scratch himself. Didn't
I've got
Yeah.
Fergie in 4th.
I've got
as well.
Fergie in 4th.
Oh, right, okay. Well,
Oh,
that's easy.
look.
I don't think he should be
I've
in the
gone
top
Claudio
5.
Ranieri.
Why?
He had a lot of games. He was quite poor in the Champions League, I thought.
Hey?
I watched it for
He won
many
it
years.
twice.
Well, and he got a bit lucky with one of them. In 4th, I've gone Brian Clough.
Okay.
Oh, that's
won it.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Better than the
It's a
last
good-
shot.
It's a good list, this. Well, apart from O'Leary. He won it twice. I mean, he won it twice with Nottingham Forest. He's just incredible. What an incredible achievement what he did. He took a bang average Derby team and got them to Europe. He took a bang average Nottingham Forest team and made them European champions twice.
Was he before your time?
I mean, he was
Yes.
in the 70s. So yeah, I don't think so.
But I wouldn't put someone that I wasn't.
Yeah, because you don't do any research.
Well, yeah, that's true. But also,
I think this is a good shout.
That's
And
a
like,
good
it's one
shout.
that we've probably overlooked.
Brian Clough, yeah,
because of one
yeah,
round.
Yeah.
So Brian, it was close between Brian Clough and Zidane in 3rd and 4th, and I've just put Zidane ahead. But yeah, Brian Clough's in 4th for me.
Okay, well, Zidane.
Do you wanna
Expand
carry
on
on?
that?
So
Yeah.
I'll carry on with Zidane. Then
You're rolling.
I'm rolling. Yeah, I've never seen a player that. I mean, he's probably in my top 5 all-time players ever
Yeah.
in my lifetime. Just never seen a centre midfielder like him ever before and ever since. And then to kind of carry that on as a manager and win it 3 times. I do think he might be a one-trick pony in terms of I don't know if he can do this with another club except for Real Madrid. And it's quite. I quite respect his career path of not taking another job as well because his legacy then just remains
He'll be
like
France boss,
sky
won't he,
high.
I think.
Yeah.
I think he'll get the
Yes,
France.
That's a
manager.
good shot. He might do all right at France,
Yeah.
at France job. I remember when he signed for Juventus, and I was like, and it's a name you don't forget,
great
really.
name.
You don't forget, and he was so good for Juventus, and then obviously he's got his move to Real Madrid, and yeah, three Champions League titles.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
impressive.
fair enough.
Very impressive.
He's not actually in
Very
my
impressive.
5, to be fair. I know, yeah, I know.
Where's Brian Clough?
He's
He's
not in
3rd
there,
for me
yeah,
as well
he's
as
sick.
Zidane.
So that's
I've got
third for you.
Zidane in
Where have
3rd
you got
as well.
Zidane, Tom?
Second.
I've got Mourinho in 3rd.
I've got Mourinho in 3rd.
I've got
I've got him in
Mourinho
2nd.
2 titles, special one. Obviously won it with Porto, like you say, 03-04, and then won it with Milan as well. Just great, great manager. I think the Porto one speaks for itself,
Yeah.
really, because
Ridiculous.
shouldn't have happened. and
for that alone, he's
and
top 5.
that's when he sort of became one of the top 5 managers or whatever you would put him in there.
Yeah.
and
after that
he's
season,
got
so-
his way of playing, and he just doesn't care
Sticks
what
to it,
anyone
yeah,
thinks
so-
of it.
That Porto was a Leicester City
Yeah,
miracle.
absolutely, yeah.
Like no
Yeah.
one's ever going to do that.
But they
again in
played
Champions
Monaco
League.
in the final.
Yeah.
So whoever won the final.
It was
Yeah,
gonna
it
be
was
mental.
a
And Monaco,
surprise,
that Monaco had a great team.
Yeah,
That Monaco team was
Morientes.
great. Yeah, great side. No, yeah, that Porto thing that'll never be repeated. I
No.
don't think. Absolutely incredible.
I had Mourinho in as well because as well as winning it with Inter and with Porto, when he was at Madrid, they say he's the reason that Madrid are what they are now. Because
Right, okay.
they'd been eliminated in the last 16 for 6 years in a row, and then he came in and got further.
Yeah, well, he
So
didn't
they
win
said-
it at Madrid,
No, he
did
didn't.
which
But
is a bit
he took that
crazy.
step.
Yeah.
So they're saying that basically he was the one who started it,
Right, okay.
which I can agree with.
Yeah, I think Real Madrid have got such an ego. They needed a manager with a similar ego to kind of
Yeah,
look, we're the best in the world. And yeah, no, he's not in mine.
Yeah, so who have you got?
Oh,
You
you
got
got
second.
second.
Zidane in 3rd, didn't you?
Zidane
Second,
in
go on.
third. Shall I go second?
Yeah.
Second, I got Bob Paisley. Won it 3 times for Liverpool.
I mean,
Bob
listen, fair enough.
Do-
Won it 3 times, but when was this? 60s?
Yeah, 60s or 70s.
Are we just going on who's won it the most? Because
No, I'm not
hasn't
doing
Zidane
It wasn't
won
even the
it?
Champions League then,
I'm
was
not
it?
going anywhere with it. Oh, hey, European Cup. I thought, well, what was the question?
Bob Paisley.
Bob Paisley. Any Liverpool fan will tell you the guy is absolute legend. Won
The
it 3
football that
times.
they
Are they still
played.
alive?
Football they played. I don't
Go
think
on.
Bob Paisley's alive
Can
now.
you name a player that played in that team?
Yep.
Go on.
I will do.
Bob Paisley
Bob
Jr.
Paisley.
Ian
Was
St.
that
John.
Was that the like?
He
Was
said
he
John- he said
there?
John was 80s, I
Or
think.
is that earlier than that?
I think it's earlier
Earlier
than
than
that.
Dalglish,
Yeah.
yeah.
Way
Look, we don't
earlier.
need to get to nitty gritty.
Earlier.
We don't need to get to nitty gritty of things, right? Bob Paisley, second best European manager of all
Okay,
time.
fair enough. We'll just swipe over.
He's won it 3 times. Like, I don't think there's a British manager as well that's won a Champions League 3 times.
No,
Absolute
there's
legend.
not. There's not. But he was born. Oh, he's not even born. He did it 60 years ago. So
He might have died before you were born.
yeah, exactly.
I'm
So,
sure. Let's have a look.
in second, I've got Pep. Got Pep Guardiola, 3
I ain't got
titles.
Pep in mind.
He had the
I ain't got
greatest.
Pep in
Yeah,
mind.
he had the greatest team ever with Barcelona.
So you haven't got Pep in yours, you've got Pep in yours, and you've got second.
Yeah,
Ooh.
he's got the
You've got
highest. He's got the highest win percentage in the Champions League, apart from your man, who was what's his name, Jupp Heynckes or whatever his name was.
Yep.
He's got the highest.
Has Hanks got
Hanks.
a higher win
70,
percentage?
I think
Has
it's
he?
70. I think it's Pep
He's
Guardiola
only had
was
shout for you.
4 seasons, and he's made the
64.
semis in every season.
Good shout.
So yeah, that's what I've got Pep in there. Just
But he's
best
always
manager
had
ever,
the
isn't he?
best.
I know he
team.
has. I know he has.
So he's
I
the
know he
best
has.
manager.
But then,
best.
as he always had the best team because he didn't win it at Bayern. Was
No,
the
but he
Bayern
still had
team
the best team.
Was the Bayern team the best team?
I think.
It
I
was a
think
strong team. I don't know if
He
it
had
was the
Ribery and
best.
Robin, didn't
the
he?
fact it
Yeah, but
took
they
him
were
so
coming towards the
long to
end
win
of
it
there.
at City as well, I think, is minus points for me.
Yeah, but he has won it.
Yeah,
He's not in
Before we all
it was
say
expected. If he didn't win a Champions League at City, then he's
Yeah,
a
who
failed
was, your,
manager.
who was your second? Have we done your second?
You got Zidane, yeah.
It was Zidane, yeah.
Who have you
Before
got to?
before we all
I had Mourinho at 2.
Before we all say the same
Zidane at
person for
3.
one, can I do a special mention to Unai Emery? And I know it's not Champions League, but what his European
yeah.
record is absolutely astounding.
It is
Yeah, it is.
And if we were talking about European competitions in general, I'd be putting him probably first. What he's done
Yeah.
is just absolutely mental. And you know what? Imagine if he won the Champions League this year.
I
With
think
Villa.
Joe,
Just
I think
imagine
I
if he
hope
won
so.
the Champions
I
League
think
this
Unai
year.
Emery is probably the most underrated Premier League manager in the last 20 years.
Yeah, what he's done.
Yeah,
He took him
absolutely.
over in the relegation zone.
It didn't work
And-
at Arsenal, did it?
It wasn't even that he didn't
But,
work.
but again, he took over just after Wenger. It's like Moyes taking over. He was
it
the
wasn't
first
that
one
he
back.
wasn't terrible at all. He wasn't.
They
terrible
should have
at
stuck with
all.
him, shouldn't they?
Well, yeah, probably.
They didn't have a good team.
No, they didn't have a good team. No, they didn't. But
He's not made for those kind of teams. If you
No.
look at Villarreal, you look at look at the kind of way he's been. He's made for an Aston Villa level.
Could he do a job at Man United?
Yeah, if you stuck with him, he's a world class manager, isn't he? Obviously.
Yeah, he is. So that's an interesting.
So I just wanted to give him a bit of a
Right.
mention because
Yep.
I know he's not Champions League, but I'd love it if he won the Champions League this year. It'd be absolutely
Yeah,
incredible.
it'd be
wouldn't
great
it?
to have someone like Villa.
Incredible.
Well, that'd be like Porto. Villa Porto, wouldn't it?
But you won't put it. But they've got a squad that could win the Champions League. Is that fair?
They've got a squad that can compete.
I'd say that. Yeah.
Win is strong.
Yeah.
I mean, drawing 2 all the way at Ipswich is not really helping my case here at
But
all.
Well, that was after a midweek Champions
But then
League
they,
fixture.
yeah, they, and
Have
they
they got Bayern this week?
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh, that'll
yeah,
be
no.
very
It's great.
nice
It's great.
game.
The Champions League
Love
being
it.
back again. So
Love-
yeah,
love
we
the new
got
format.
number 1, Don Carlo. I'm
Don.
assuming
Don.
Mr. Ancelotti.
Yeah, you can't
Most
not,
Champions
can
League
you?
Great
ever.
Champions League manager
Yeah,
of all
he is,
time.
isn't he? He's
I feel like he's
Five-time
only
winner.
cemented that in the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, well, he won it with Madrid.
Do you know what I mean? Like-
won it with Madrid in 2022, and then won it with Madrid last year as well. And I think last year for me, obviously, I know that made him the most titles, but that one did cement him in terms of the way that Madrid played as well. Because when they played against Man
They
City,
got dominated,
they
didn't
got
they?
smashed. But they,
absolutely smashed.
But you still
absolute
knew
snatch
that they
and grab,
had
yeah.
control of the game.
And you also knew that they were going to do it. You said it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you called it. You said
Yeah,
that
yeah.
no matter what happens,
Even
they
in the
will just go and
91
win it.
minute,
You can just tell Madrid have got that mentality. They've got that team. They've got that manager. They've got that mindset to just go and do it.
I think summing up Ancelotti very succinctly is Real Madrid is a hotbed of managers changing all the time. The manager under pressure, you can't settle for a year. Ancelotti just is never.
I
he's
think
never up for debate in a
I
right
think he's
position.
under pressure now. I do. I think Madrid fans are not bothered about Ancelotti if he
Where did Real Madrid get Ancelotti from?
Everton.
That's
Oh, yeah,
mental.
Everton,
isn't
yeah,
it? That's
it
a
was
mental
Everton.
stat.
But
isn't
I
it?
feel like if he left, Madrid fans won't be bothered. That's the Madrid mentality.
I don't think they wouldn't.
Because they've
but
drawn
They're not
2
that-
games.
Yeah,
But they-
no,
Three
that's
games
what they
now.
were saying. They were like, he needs to go because but he's
ju-
not getting the best out of
He's
the
having
team
to
that they've got.
change because obviously
I don't
Mbappe's
blame
coming in.
him.
It's a
Yeah.
it's a different ego, isn't it? It's not like he's the easiest player to manage, and he's having to change the way that they play.
What, for
Obviously
Mbappe,
dropping,
you mean?
yeah. Obviously dropping Bellingham into the midfield more. I think he was injured for the Atletico game, so they probably
Yeah.
went back to the way they played last year. But like,
There's not a lot of managers out there.
I
as
could-
as
I
we- as
feel
we
I
know.
can
like
understand
Madrid,
why it's
yeah.
not been an instant impact. Like it'll take a bit
Yeah.
to get it
for
going.
Mbappe?
Possibly, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Very successful.
I
Yeah,
like that.
great.
Really
Very good. Good question.
Really good. Let's
let us know in the comments what you think your top 5 European managers are of all
Absolutely.
time.
Now
And
let's
let me
move
know if
on
David
to,
O'Leary is in your list as well.
Where he is on
Potentially
the
will
list.
be.
Potentially. Just
That
look at
age-old
the
debate,
stats. Look at the
yeah.
stats.